Bengals. So we're going to do a little bit of a trick or treat, basically like sounding the alarm for Halloween. First team up for trick or treat is the Buccaneers. BCAP, you said this team can still win 10 or 11 games, but the trade deadline is tomorrow, right? And they haven't made a move. And really nothing is seeming to improve for them. And they're digging themselves into a very deep hole. How are you feeling about the Buccaneers still?
Haven't wavered. Still on the train. You got Tom Brady under center. Things can get figured out. You still have the talent. Nobody's going to say that they're bereft of talent. Obviously, the Shaq Barrett loss is a big one. Prayers up to him to get healthy soon for that torn Achilles. That sucks. But they still have the talent. Their players are getting back healthy. A lot of players didn't play in that game against the Ravens, and they only lost by 5 points. Yeah, I think that they can still be perfectly fine. With Tom Brady under center, I really never worry. Never have, never will.
I am concerned. I feel like, so we're playing this game trick or treat. So I'm going to go, this is a trick. This is a good one. This is looking ugly right now for the Buccaneers. And I've been saying, as long as you got the GOAT under center, everything should be okay. But is the GOAT okay? I'm not trying to bring in stuff family-wise, but we know he's going through a lot of stuff too. The whole Buccaneers team doesn't look like they're clicking on all cylinders. The offense is struggling mightily. They got some tough ones now. They got the Rams next week. The Seahawks haven't been a walk in the park for anybody, nor have the Browns, and the Saints always give them fits. And then if I go further and further down, we're going to the 49ers and the Bengals. I'm not saying this team is going to miss the playoffs because I fully expect them to make it there. But this isn't looking like the Tampa Bay team that we've seen, the Tampa Bay offense specifically that we've seen the last 2 seasons. Tom Brady was throwing for close to 5,000 yards each season. I believe he threw for 5,000 yards in one of those 2. So it does not look good. It really doesn't. Right now we're looking at the NFC South, and the first place team is the Atlanta Falcons, Marcus Mariota and the boys. I think that says a lot as to how bad of a state this Buccaneers team is. And I don't want to go into the, panic mode, but 3-5 for a Tom Brady led team. There's a new head coach. Like I said, nothing seems to be clicking. It really just seems like things are going south in Tampa Bay.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at BetStamp. When it comes to sports betting, BetStamp is changing the game. You want to maximize your return, and with the BetStamp app, all you have to do is download it and sign up on their different affiliate sportsbooks, and you can see all the best odds given straight to you in one single place. The visual tools are very helpful, and by the end of the year, you can use it for accounting. You can get all the analytics that you'll need so that you can bet like a pro. Be sure to use our referral code at WISEGUYS, WISEGUYS. Thank you to BetStamp for supporting us, and as always, back to the show. And you talk about we have the GOATs. This is obviously a trick because BCAP, you look back to Brady's last game as a Patriot in 2019 where he lost in the first round, and it's pretty clear this Buccaneer team, just like the Patriots, lack explosiveness and any level of consistency in the running game. You'd expect it to be pretty good with Leonard Fournette, but it's been bottom of the league this year in efficiency. So we can say all we want, they have Brady, and Brady has been the last of this team's issues. But just like any other quarterback, you need high-level support. That's why I take certain guys over him. I don't think he's a Patrick Mahomes that can just lead you to 10 wins with a crappy roster. I think Mahomes can do that. Brady really cannot. And we're seeing right now, this is a flawed football team that lacks discipline. And defensively, like you said, they've been missing a lot of players. Antoine Winfield, Akeem Hicks, and now Shaquille Barrett is out. Ultimately, just like Cincinnati Bengals, they are being embarrassed so far this year. And talking about the Bengals, we're going to add them to trick or treat because this is Halloween themed. And right now I'm watching the Bengals defense get obliterated by Jacoby Brissett. Say what you want about them not having Jamar Chase, who was out. I get that. But I told you guys last week, all the Bengals have played this year is backup quarterbacks. Jacoby Brissett is up by 4 scores against them right now. You beat Marcus Mariota last week. Congrats. You barely beat the New Orleans Saints. And who was their quarterback that week? Andy Dalton. So the last 3 weeks, you did lose to Lamar Jackson. The week before, you beat Teddy Bridgewater. The week before that, you beat Joe Flacco. And the week before that, you lost to Cooper Rush. And week 1, of course, Joe Burrow coming off of his appendix surgery didn't have the best game. That's totally okay. I look at this Bengals team and say to myself, just like the Rams, we have overrated them because of what they did last year. And right now, it doesn't help having no Chase, but this defense, I mean, it's tough to say that both the offense and the defense, given the coaching staff, is going to be clicking to go back on another playoff run. I think the Bengals can make the playoffs still, but they're about to fall to 4-4. And in this division, it's all about health. It's a war of attrition. There is a real case the Bengals can miss the playoffs. And I'm going to say it. I think this team's been tricking y'all.
I mean, up until this point, their defense hadn't allowed a touchdown in the second half. Now they have, so that streak has been broken. But I don't know. I think the problems with the Bengals are still the problems with the Bengals. I don't think it's anything new. I don't think it's shocking anybody. They're more of a team. It's very similar to the Buccaneers and the Rams, where they're not performing to the level that we thought. And I believe that they got better in the offseason, adding the players. Obviously, that has not worked for some reason. Can't really explain it. If I had to blame somebody, I would blame Zach Taylor. But again, yeah, I'm not going to panic on them. I still think the Bengals can make it to the playoffs. I still think that they can win the division because I don't think the Ravens have been very impressive this season. So I'm not worried about the Bengals.
I think they're still a treat. Well, yes, I'm going to stick with my divisional pick of the Ravens winning the AFC North. I still believe the Cincinnati Bengals, their offense is so deadly, and we've seen what they can do in just a 1 quarter. They can light up the scoreboard on you, and next thing you know, you're down double figures and looking up. You know, you're playing catch up very quickly with this team. So I'm not going to hit the panic button on this squad yet. This is an ugly game right now, 25-0 at the moment. Nothing is clicking, and you would think with the talent that they have on their offense, even without Jamar Chase, that they'd be able to field a competitive game. But it goes to show you, I guess, just how valuable Jamar Chase is to this offense and Joe Burrow. But I'm not gonna panic. Like I said, I still believe this team will pick it up again. As I said before, Joe Burrow just had his best game of the season not too long ago. He went crazy against the Saints, went crazy against the Falcons. I think just one bump in the road is no big deal. I think they'll be right back on their high horse against Carolina next week.
And I will just say that Joe Burrow is 0-3 against the against the Cleveland Browns in his career. So, I mean, that could just be a case where it's a divisional opponent. This is the team that he's going to struggle against. I mean, we know that AFC North rivalries are always going to be tough and gritty games. So that could just be the case for this game. So I'm not going to take that much stock into this game because of those reasons.